Welcome RSC community to a interesting, should be close Challenger Finals. It is me, Squirrel, in the booth with CarnageWolfBite as our fellow caster and Russ, I believe, who is producing tonight. Carnage, how you feeling?
I'm doing good. I love Challenger rival veteran gameplay. I actually love all the gameplay, but I heard Challenger has been had one of the crazier seasons. I believe you guys say you guys have a lot of players that are probably going to go straight to rival next season.
Yeah, definitely quite a few players, especially on both these teams here. As we have Threshers against Warbirds. Should be a close series. Carnage, are you pulling for any team in particular, or are you just here to cast with me?
Well, I was requested by Flyer to hop in and cast, and I would like for him to win. Just because we played last season in Rival.
Mhm.
But like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I just actually want to see another game seven just go crazy. I don't know if you were there for the premiere finals, but it was just back and forth, fast paced from the first game. And that's really what I'm looking for. So I can't really give you a prediction right now. I just want to see how the first game rolls out.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see how both these teams come out tonight. Not sure who warmed either of these teams up, but hopefully the scrim prior got them nice and loose for this first game. So I'm ready to get these players on the field if you are. Actually, wait, do we have to go through stats? I
I know.
trolling? I'm trolling.
Yeah, you're true. They got the
I'm
bracket up.
trolling, bro. My
But I'm
bad.
looking at the bracket side. I'm looking towards the solar side. Threshers struggle a little bit in the first round, and after that, they only they only dropped the one game. That was to Manticore in the semifinals. Now, usually when somebody powers all the way through the finals like that, you
Mhm.
kind of think they kind of come in a little bit too loose. And then on the other side, Warbirds had to go all 7 games. So it's te- flip of the side of the coin. Some one team's coming in. They had to fight for their life all the way through. Another team kind of coast themselves in here. So we might be seeing two different mentalities coming into play.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if we can get Warbirds game 7 here so they could play almost every game. But like you mentioned, yeah, Threshers with a rough wild card match, but they seem to just coast by the next 2 rounds. I think looks like they have the momentum, but Warbirds not to be taken lightly here.
Oh, yeah, not to be taken lightly at all. And then going towards their stats, that is, I believe, my math is mathing. That is 400, almost 500 shots just between the three that play a lot. But if you put Bluey in there, that's 500 shots. And listen, Squirrel, somebody shooting 500 shots per season, that's a very offensive heavy team there.
And the shooting percentage seems to be working out pretty well. You see Midnight there with a 40% shooting percentage. So maybe try and see how you can counter Midnight's attack. But Wham Bam and Flyer definitely offensive, like you mentioned prior, with 205 coming out of Flyer and 121 coming out of Wham Bam. But it seems like not too many assists to go along with the amount of shots and goals they've had.
Not indeed. And then you go to the other side, they seem to be a little bit more of a defensive side, but that's not taken away from Storage. 80 demos. You put together his team, they still barely get close to him. So I guess we're going to see Storage doing a lot off the ball as well as on the ball because he's got 96 saves. I'm going to assume he gets 100 in this one. I will hope he's playing a little bit better defense so he can get that 100 of the season. But it looks like they share the ball a little bit. I'm looking at a counter-attacky team, actually.
Yeah, especially with the amount of demos that Storage is getting. Like you mentioned, 80. See if we can get some more here. Try and cause some uh, good rotations out. Try and get some counterattacks going on because you got Fetty there with the 33 shooting percentage and Auty with the 36. So they could put the ball in the back of the net. It's just a matter of getting that space. And I think Storch can be that player who gives them the space to allow them to get these goals.
Oh yeah, and like just going forward, I think it's trying to. I don't want to see. I hate. Okay, so I think everyone's series starts off like that, even in regular season. But I just hate the boomer ball mentality. Maybe they come out, flexing what they can do. But I honestly, I think game one prediction. I'm gonna slightly lean towards the Threshers, because if
Mhm.
you're a counter-attacking team, like say, you're not gonna just go forward. You're waiting for mistakes to happen, and then you just slide one in and kind of hold your ground. Versus a
Right.
team that might just go straight aggressiveness and then get caught out. A couple open nets down on the other side of the field.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a filler game between both these teams. I'm not sure if they've played each other or scrimmed each other all season. Uh, but like you mentioned, I think game one's going to be a bunch of boomer ball, just trying to fill out each rotation side and see who can do what. But we're in for a good matchup here, so I'm excited.
And for a good matchup, I think we got. Hold on, I'm looking at my thing. I think we got everybody in here, so we're gonna go ahead and load them up, get them ready to go. Here we got Warbirds from Remove Before Flight. Shoddy is their GM with Brady Shark Attack from the Threshers, and these are two pretty known names. They put really good teams together, so I expect them to be very calm and poised coming into this. Saw Shoddy sitting in the RSC RSC Twitch chat loading up. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's pretty much. I think it's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one going forward here. But I think everybody got their predictions in. We got the players loaded in, and hopefully, like I said, we get it. I'm gonna get a kickoff here. If I was them, I would just go ahead and hit them with a fake kickoff real quick. Just keep them on their
Yeah.
toes.
Yep. A little mental warp here to start game one, as we got Wham Bam and Auty with a good kickoff here. It does go in favor of Warbirds. As you see, Midnight already up early for an aerial, but solid defense coming out of Fetty to start this game off.
Starting the game off, and so far, actually, we just got a team up by Wham Bam. Here comes Auty going up in the air, forces Wham Bam. Fetty's gonna slowly but surely beat Midnight to this, but gets just enough because of the dominance hitbox. Ball's getting smashed around. Wham Bam trying to get up. Ball goes straight to the post, and so far, it is all Threshers. Ball's finally getting cleared to the other side. Warbird's gonna get the first look at this. Gonna be Midnight denied. And ball's going back around here. So far, both teams have now got a look. 40 seconds in, Flyer gets a bump on 1 minute, kind of a free ball. Dominus pitch to the corner. And so far, I think both teams are actually kind of settled here.
Yeah, not really seeing a much of Boomer Ball as that kind of goes a little wayward. Looks like both teams trying to keep this as close as they can. Good bump there coming out of Fetty. Auty shot right off the crossbar, and Stork unable to hit the ball, unfortunately, but Flyer one beat, a little wide on the shot. Oh, Wham Bam, a little too close to capitalize on that open net.
A little too close there. Gets paid for by RT. Betty's going to throw it up with 0 boost. That one also hits. I think both teams are just trying to get something in there. This time, Midnight actually has to make the save. Both teams having very early opportunities. Score is still 0-0, so nobody has to sit here and pay the price for it. Betty's trying to keep him in. Blue's running low on boost here. Misses a demo. Flyer gets it away. Midnight's going to have a little bit of time. Not too much, because here comes the orange closing down. Everybody's trying to get 50s into the corner. So far, now it's becoming more of a mind game. Who gets the better 50? Ball's pushed into the corner. Want to get back in time. Ball's knocked all the way across. And so far, I think we've been seeing a little bit more individual effort
Oh.
after demoed out of the way and a save. But it's been a little bit more of an individual effort, team effort on defense, but offensively, it looks like it's a Me Too type attack.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I don't really see too many passes coming out, but again, this is just the start of game one, so trying to get a little warm up as Flyer with a nice little dunk there off of Auty. Unfortunately, it just goes right to storage and right into the corner, so pressure, just keep pressuring just like that. They get a goal.
Pressuring all the way through. Flyers over with a boost. Betty's going to get a good shot, and it's just no one's ready for a near post shot, and that is going to be number 1 for Threshers. Goal number 1 could go a long way, and honestly, they are not a counterattack. It seems like they like to just hold the ball and start taking really good shots. Here comes another one. Fetty is going to be 2 in a row from him, and so far he's pushing himself forward. But what a kickoff from Storch, doesn't give it up to him. And Fetty just enough over before he was hitting the post. Now it's just under the crossbar this time. 2-0 quickly in game one right after another.
Yeah, it was a really good read off that corner bounce, or not the corner bounce, sidewall bounce that Fetty was able to get that shot off, and it just went just under the crossbar. Fetty going to try and throw another shot on, does get blocked by multiple Warbird defenders. Let's see if Warbirds can get something going as Auty a little bit low on boost. Able to get around 2 players, try and give his team some space, but Fetty caught a little bit awkward. Flyer with a really good powerful shot and an awkward spot for Fetty.
Awkward spot indeed, and Flyer gets one just under Buffetti. Cheated up a little bit, used to go into the corner, got caught sleeping. And so far, both teams are getting their goals, getting worth it. And actually, that's going to be a dunk almost all the way back in. Flyer's got to be careful here. He's the only man there. Loses it on the wave dash, picks up 100. Up comes Storch. Storch knocks it down. Flyer can go for the redirect. Gets the redirect. Auty might be caught out guard here. Gets dunked. Gets bumped as well. Trying to hurry up and get to it. Gets bumped again into the ceiling. Just make him not stop and dodge at the moment. Auty might get his own flick on. Misses it. Here comes WamBam. WamBam blocks it away. Up comes a Thresher. Thresher's looking for an inside pass. And that's going to be a bounce off of Midnight. It's a save by Midnight, actually. And so far, now the Threshers are slowly but surely trying to get that 2-goal lead back in front. And WamBam just knocking them around right now. And so far, it seems like the Warbirds are trying to get physical here and throw them off their game.
The Threshers starting to get some passes going. I noticed the attack prior, they were trying to find each other. As Storch going to get a save there, going to avoid a bump. Awkward 50 in the midfield. Gives Auty plenty of space. See what he can do here. Going to go up 1 touch, maybe 2. Midnight there. Able to get a good 50 as Storch is going to throw it right back into the corner. And again, Midnight in a really good spot. They just can't seem to get this ball out of their half.
Can't seem to have Midnight trying to do it all. Try to 1v3 and Storch. Trying to hold on to the ball. Here comes Flyer. Swing and a miss. Ball goes to the sidewall. Midnight's gonna be there. There's no one in the vicinity, but it does show that Midnight's got that dominance touch. Ooh. That's gonna be a snipe to the bottom left corner, and that is probably the most terrifying thing to see is the dominance getting that corner right there. 69 miles per hour right into the corner, doesn't even touch the ground. Now we got a 2-2, just over 30 seconds left in the game. It looks like we're about to get an overtime the way these two teams are playing.
Yeah, let's see if we can get overtime here, see if both teams can hold it 0-0, but WamBam, good double tap. Immediately says no overtime. I'll do it myself. Really good speed off of that. And
good card control. You see Auty and Fetty didn't even think he had it, and as they saw him, they started scrambling in the net. So that one might single a bit. You get one for free, but can Orange get it back? They got 2 quickly. Can I get it? Here comes the Auty, and honestly, if he gets his dough, honestly, Squirrel, if he would have scored that one, straight to veteran. Straight to veteran.
Yeah, get this guy out of Jelly, man. That's Auty.
He's still doing things, Squirrel.
Yeah, definitely trying to get his team in there. They have the offensive pressure. A few seconds left here. Auty gonna get up. Off the crossbar. Oh, Eddie. Really good positioning. You hate to see it off the crossbar, though, because that was some really good speed to get up to that ball.
Really good speed to D. Yeah, the post just doesn't like him, but then he said, I got shot. Don't worry about it. That's a hat trick in game number 1. So Warbirds, all 3 have a goal, and Threshers, Fetty has all 3 goals, but in reality, Auty probably believes he should have that one. So overtime in game number 1. And I don't see any nerves from both these teams here. Do you, Squirrel?
No, they're definitely playing with a lot of confidence. As the matches went on, the better they've been playing, both sides. But, I think the player to watch in this OT, though, is going to be Midnight. Let's see if he can keep up with the 4 saves that he already has. Potentially. Oh, no. Storch? Nope. You hate to see it.
GG go next.
Yeah, GG's go next. That's just an unfortunate touch. Storch almost got there. But it will be an own goal. You hate to start off the series like that, but besides that small mistake, I think they played pretty well.
Both teams played pretty well up until that 3-second delay where you're just like, uh-oh. And you just kind of just watch it roll all the way back in. But the good thing is, this is a best of 7 and not a best of 1 because that would have been
Mhm.
the most horrible way to lose that series.
I'd rather start off a series with an own goal to lose than end the series with an own goal to lose. So they got plenty of matches left, plenty of time to shake it off. It happens. I think Threshers are going to be fine, honestly. It's just unfortunate that that's the way game one has to end.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. The only thing I see that's kind of concerning for them is the demo game. But I mean, like I said, yeah, WamBamTYMan goes in for demos a lot. Flyer comes in right behind him 6. So, I mean, it's not too concerning, but if it gets to the point where they realize that Threshers aren't fighting back, that might be a little bit of a eye raiser. But right now they're winning the shot count 12-6. So
Mhm.
like I said, it wasn't a bad game. It's just that you think you have it and then you touch it and then your teammate's like, well, I was cheating behind you, so
Yeah, like that's just unfortunate that Storch was cheating a little too closely and redirect off the front of that Fennec. It's just the end of game one, but plenty of time here as we start off game two. Auty with the aerial up early. He's going to try and get a dunk and does not make contact. And we're going to see if Fly can get this ball out. It does, but it goes straight to Fetty. Fetty with the pop run one, but straight to Midnight.
oh, Midnight with the I like to call it a corner though, but here comes Flyer. Ball goes screaming across the net. Auntie gets bumped out. Every time I see Auntie, it's like they're just getting bumped every time they go for the ball. Betty gets open. This could be an easy one-touch shot. No, knocked away. WamBam bumps away. Blues scrambling a little bit for boost, not too much, but slowly but surely, Threshers are trying to pry up, trying to figure out WamBam. Doesn't believe he was supposed to miss that, so gets it them instead. Everybody's is in chaos right now. The ball's up in the air. No one's gonna be able. But Midnight actually misreads it, hits the ceiling. There goes a demo from Storch. That's gonna be almost an open net. It's a little bit to the left. Flyer's gonna get to the ball. This is where the Threshers kind of did their work the last time. They kind of held down, slowly but surely get to him. Almost guessing every 50 right. And so far, keeping it. We have a disconnect from
Uh-oh.
Betty. And the ball is just keep rolling. Looks
Uh-oh.
like the teams are gonna slowly but surely keep moving around. I think we do have. Oh, that's gonna be a goal right off the bat. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you go
then
ahead and pause it.
it goes like right into the back of the net. Betty just rejoined, and actually, Midnight kind of just fell like right in front of him. But, yeah,
No.
that's honestly. Yeah,
Is
he's
he
back.
back? Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, he fell
was
right into that one. That
yeah,
was
it's a really
interesting.
lucky fall. The ball kind of just bounced in that perfect spot. See Fly go for a ceiling shot, doesn't make contact, but WamBam with the bounce shot, top corner, puts him up 2 here with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left.
Honestly, I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news. When it rains, it pours. You get an own goal in game one, and now you get punched twice after one disconnect, and the other one just like a quick goal. But if anybody could do it, it's gonna be Storch. Here comes Storch for the back. They cannot get it. And so far, the Threshers are trying not to do exactly what happened last one, where they were down 2, and they came back to win. But they don't want to be on the opposite side where they're up 2. Actually, here comes the demo play. There goes the one. Freddy's gonna get a free goal here. Or that's going to start, but Freddy going in, locked onto Flyer. Flyer had nowhere to go. He has to make this angle, cannot beat him there. They get a goal back, Squirrel, so now they can kind of settle back into the game and don't got to go chasing.
Yeah, I know they with that play there. Who was it? Flyer. Yeah, Flyer just left him in a really tough spot at 2v1. Either he gets demoed or it looks like I believe that was Storch. He's gonna just get the ball over him. So not much he could have really done there, but Auty, I like the idea. Unfortunately, didn't make contact.
Didn't make swing and a miss, and honestly, it changed the orange. So he just didn't change the direction of the ball. That was just one of those. Yeah, it's one of those that hurt. It hits your wheel, but doesn't change anything. But Oddity is going to go straight through. Here comes Freddy chasing down, gets a 50. This is actually key because they all got 100 boosts. They got to make everybody die. The only one that has boost right now is Flyer trying to get it out, trying to go for a demo and get around him. Gets faked for his efforts, bumps one away, gets one out. Midnight can put a goal in a no, and Flyer helps him clear the ball out. Chaos has his suit on the orange half, but they finally get out. Fetty gets a bump on. Auty's gonna try to put it down, makes it awkward, but not awkward enough. Blue's going straight back towards him, shot to the back wall. Here comes Midnight. Midnight gets denied here. And slowly, the Threshers are now feeling the pressure that they actually were giving in game number 1.
Yeah, Flyer with an off-ball demo attempt there. Didn't make contact, but did make the defender a little bit uneasy. Warbirds 100% starting to mount some really serious pressure here. We're going to see if WamBam can get this ball mid. Gets cut off by Fetty. Flyer going to get this ball mid, but his third is just not there. Midnight get cut off in the midfield. Got full boost. Going to see if he can double tap this. Ooh, I like the idea, but Storch from the backboard. Playing some really solid defense.
Really solid defense indeed. And they're cutting them off at midfield. They're actually picking up floor pads, which in Challenge is very useful if you know how to pick up the floor pads and go without using the big pads. But actually, like with staring down the barrel again, but this time WamBam cuts it out before he even gets it on his hood. WamBam doesn't win the 50, it goes all the way to the side. So far, the Warbirds are not trying to overcommit, but they're not trying to let that pressure go away. That's a double commit. Ooh, that's a pin straight into the corner. WamBam looks confused and just missing it to the corner. You got to think, and Flyer deleting them, that play releasing all the pressure for Threshers. You got to think that was your golden opportunity that you may not get another look at it like that.
They're starting to mount some pressure, but these bumps coming out of Warbirds, the off-ball bumps are just... I feel like they're a little too much right now for Threshers to handle. Especially with them cutting off the midfield, and like you mentioned earlier, the small pads. It just doesn't allow Threshers to really do much. But some solid 50s going in the favor of Threshers. With 40 seconds left here and 2 goals, I feel like they need a goal quickly, and they need it now.
They definitely need now. Midnight can't get, actually might get a double here, bounces it, try to, just buy some time. Oh, that's going to be a rip. That's going to be a free goal from Flyer. If he just get a poke, actually shoots it right at Storch. If he knew that there was no boost, he probably would have shot a little bit higher, but here comes Storch, gets it around 1, infield pass, denied by Midnight, 15 seconds, slowly but surely, they got to get something going. Auty's got to pop it up, doesn't have enough boost, but gets enough to get to the backboard, but Flyer's going to deny that one, puts it right down off the ground, Flyer pitches it right back into the infield. They need to hurry up and get a goal, and it's not going to happen. 2 seconds left. It's going to go game number 2 straight to the Warbirds, a little convincing due to their physicality, but can they get one for momentum base here? And no, actually, there's a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of Midnight's gonna take a pop shot, trying to get one in, or there's a deal at the end just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And game number 2 falls to the Warbirds.
Yeah, that momentum shift, the disconnect, and then the immediate kickoff goal. It looked like Age just shot the favor in Warbirds for that game. But that missed opportunity as well from Threshers on the offensive half kind of sealed their fate a little bit because Warbirds playing some really good defense. They got 4 saves on 5 shots. So essentially the only shot that didn't go in was the one goal that did get scored.
Yeah, and then like I said, the physicality is slowly, like as we saw, it was pushing the Threshers. The Threshers kind of went for some bumps and demos, but the Warbirds were locked on to them, despite the Threshers did getting that goal off of the demo play. But like they're just getting pushed and bullied all around the field because it's not like they're getting outpaced. But when you're knocked out for your rotation, you're always going to be that one step behind them. So it's just honestly trying to hurry up and get in front and force the Warbirds out of their house where they don't have to go for bumps and demos. But at the same time, like it's just kind of bad luck on the disconnect there.
Yeah, definitely bad luck, but WamBam living up to his name. He is the leading demoer on that team, and he was getting a lot of off-ball bumps. So if he can keep that up, I think Warbirds definitely have the opportunity to go up 3-0, which is going to require reverse sweep as Flyer not able to get that ball made. It just pinches outwards. See if WamBam can get a decent touch. Let's get one touch close. I think someone from Threshers needs to go. They're giving them too much space, but Auty, what a good save.
What a good save indeed. The Flyer connects on that demo. We're in trouble here. Midnight also has to make a pretty decent save here. Going straight back. Fetty's going to slow it down. Use it. If Storch can get to this ball at all, he might have actually opened up a small shooting lane. Midnight doesn't have any boost. Has to be careful here. Uh-oh. Looks like Midnight's going for demos. Doesn't get it. Auty's just trying to be annoying. So is Storch. Just trying to keep it in the area. Here comes a shot. Bounced away. This is a fast break. It's going to be a 1-on-1, 2-on-2 because here comes two players. And it's going to be just not enough. I think he's going for a pop pass that would have threw off the last man. Midnight's slowing it down. And here goes the Threshers controlling the boost. They just stole the mid boost just to make sure. Into the corner. Fetty's going to be there. Knocks it off the middle. No boost from WamBam. WamBam knocks it all the way across. And this is the Threshers from game one that got the 2 goals. But now can they hold on here?
Yeah, a little wayward touch there off that sidewall read from Auty. Storage low on boost. Oh, boys. Oh, what a good save. Okay, they're still in it. They got a little low on boost here coming out of... I did not see who just jumped. But they just go straight to Midnight. Midnight up early. Let's get 15 in the midfield. See if Fetty can get a touch here. Unfortunately, he does not make a touch. WamBam sending this ball straight back to the Threshers half. The pressure, just like last game, is starting to build.
Starting to build indeed, and so far it depends. If it's on another team's half, they control the boost very well. So it's more so, can we get it out of our half into theirs and get some boost? Here comes Storch, just needs that 50, gets a nasty 50. That's going to be an open goal, but saved away from Flyer, who also, I believe, Midnight demoed out Auty that slowed down all the momentum, so it wasn't going to be powered through. And so far, they're bailing each other out. It's a double commit, but it's a warranted double commit. It's not like they're just doing it to be doing it. They have to put 2 people up. And here comes another one, forcing WamBam to make a bad touch. Uh-oh, Storch puts it all the way in the corner. The rotation is awkward right now for the Warbird. That's a back post. Knocked away on WamBam. That was a double commit. Flyer didn't know he was sitting back there. Another from Auty. Here comes another Fetty. Too close. I think that's the second time Fetty might have been a little bit too close. And had that same backflip of shame happen to him.
They're getting opportunities, just not making contact on that second follow-up shot. If they can get the second follow-up, they definitely have multiple goals in their future. But for right now, they got to focus on getting this ball out of their half. The Storch can try and get a touch. Doesn't make the best touch, but Fetty there gets a decent catch. Flyer, decent 50 out to WamBam. See if Auty can get this clear. He does. Go straight to Storch. Storch, unfortunately, does not make contact. And right now, looks like a lot of space is being given to both sides. Flyer taking control. He's got WamBam to his left side. Not able to get that pass through. Good dunk coming out of Storch. See if there's a third there. Ooh, a little high on the shot.
A little bit higher here. There's another shot from Fetty and gets a bump, so slows everybody down but Flyer. Flyer has to go for a 1v2 and slow him down. Does just enough. Here comes that infield pass. Midnight with the dominant shot. Whoa, but does not get it. WamBam's already up. Somebody's got to put a hand on it. Cannot get that shot. Here comes Flyer trying to get a tap in. I believe somebody, yeah, and I think that was WamBam trying to Goomba stop it. Missed him. If he would have got the Goomba stop, it would have been a goal. 1 minute left, and Midnight might have just opened it up for Auty. Auty's looking for the 50. That 50 to go way back into the half, but they can collect some boost, try to move forward. Ball's tipped up. Here comes a shot from Midnight. It's a bounce shot, and those are usually the most awkward ones. You're waiting for a straight shot, and just over 40, it's a ball tipped away. And here we go. Orange gets it out of the half, and this is going to be the counter. It's a 1-on-1. Can Flyer beat him to it? Doesn't want to give too much time. No one's in the middle yet. Here goes Storch. Storch just trying to put up something. With 30 seconds left, well, it's still a bit under 30 seconds. Both teams are now starting to push out and try to get some get some individuality in here and try to break that first line of defense.
Yes, Flyer going to go for a demo there. Doesn't make contact. Really good speed by Storch. See if he can get this counterattack going. Maybe. Still got the pressure. There's still time. Time is definitely dwindling down, though. It looks like we're heading to an overtime here. Unless Auty keeps it up. Auty does not keep it up.
We got a kickoff here with WamBam Fetty. The ball's up in the air, trying to get. Whoa, Storch is gonna have a lot of. Gets a flip reset. Almost beats Midnight, but the goal, if it was moved a little bit to the left, it might have been on frame. The Storch is gonna take away Midnight. WamBam's gonna take away Steve. Now we're getting down and grimy. Somebody has to open it away, but one team cannot afford to go down by 3. Took 2 people to go up. Here goes Auty. Auty knows he has to try to beat WamBam. Can't do it. Slows down the progression. This might just be an open net pinch all the way at Flyer. Flyer trying to slow it down. Might just gave him a free shot. Midnight's got to get up in time. Blocks it away. And so far, we're battling between a 2-1 series or a reverse sweep. But so far, Storch is trying to get up, blocks him away. And here comes the Threshers running out of boost. Storch knows the bailout, doesn't want to overcommit here. Wins the 50 again, and right now, Squirrel, they are all over the Warbirds when it comes to it. It's our goal for Storch. Speaking of all over, they finally get the goal, and now everybody that's going for the Threshers can get a sigh of relief. You don't have to look at a reverse sweep here, Squirrel.
I know they got the goal they desperately needed. Hopefully it shifts momentum in their favor. Storch, well, really good speed to get up to the ball super early. Soft touch off the wheel, just right under that crossbar in the tightest spot that the Warbirds just, they got a hand up, just couldn't get to it in time. But again, another defensive masterclass coming out from both sides. 6 saves on each team, 9 shots per team. So fairly, it's very even. It just came down to that one shot.
And looking at the chat, Elite, you do have your first finalists, and that will be the Sloths coming in unexpected, giving us the update for that. Thank you. I said now we're just looking to see who makes it to the last one. But if you're Warbirds, I don't think you change anything. Like, you only gave up a goal in OT, and it was actually a pretty it was a shot that comes out of nowhere from Storch. So I mean, it's not like you've done nothing wrong. I don't think either team has done anything wrong. They haven't changed their play style, which is good. It's just more so who's gonna overpower the other team when it matters the most.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Threshers can get the tied series here. See if they can send it 2-2. Or see if Warbirds going to put them on match point as we got kickoff here between Midnight and I believe that is Fetty. It does go in favor of Warbirds, but Storch gets a good touch. You get the flip reset. He does. Okay, that was a good save, and that was a better shot. Holy cow, he's pulling out the mechs.
Listen, Storch scores that one. There was a crazy goal by Infinite. Yeah, in the premiere, that one would have rivaled that one. It was a 1-3, but that flip reset to a pinch off the ground to your top 90. Oh yeah, Squirrel, get that man in right. I need him on my team actually. So far, they got him kind of pinned. Blue was trying to keep him at midfield, trying to find something. That's their first sigh of relief right here, getting away. But Fetty doesn't give him anything unless Fly can pull something out and put it in the corner, but can't. Here comes Midnight, gets the tip up. WamBam gotta be safe here. Midnight, just missed it because he turns his dominance wrong. They haven't gotten a real look yet. WamBam playing the mind games around 1, around 2, the demo on the 3rd man, but there's nobody there. Storch almost turns out. WamBam's gonna demo their 3rd man. And Squirrel, I think we're getting into that very malicious play where whatever you do to my teammate, I'm gonna do to you.
Yeah, a lot of physicality coming here. As you see again, Flyer trying to get a bump on Storch. Storch able to avoid it. Does get the save. Fetty, super good, really good speed there. Gets it around 1. That's an open net if they can get it. Okay, Auty does. All right. And that all came off of that missed opportunity of the demo from the Thresher side. I feel like if that demo would have been connected, you'd see Warbirds up a goal right now.
You see him up a goal, and this is what I was thinking. The Threshers are slowly trying to, if they can just dodge at least one demo, it could open up, and that was the one. And here comes Auty trying to get a 50 that actually throws everybody off. But now we got to counter. It's a 2v2. I think it's a 3rd man on the backside of one of them. But that's going to be a 50 up in the air. Rambo's got to be careful. Get the ball all across. Midnight's a little bit too slow. They're going to have to just recharge, grab the boost what you can. Don't let Orange get too much. Flyer got to pop it away. Almost got punished for it because Storch is lurking. But now the Threshers get to play the long game. They get to sit back and see what happens. And that's just something you don't want to go in. But Ashley plays out there right in the middle. Comes WamBam. I believe that was a bump and it forces the ball downwards. Midnight gets the ball, tries to get back to it. Cannot get back to it. And Threshers can play boomer ball all they want because all they got to do is wait for an opportunity. Fetty chase WamBam just a little bit. And here comes Auty. Auty gets to the corner. Midnight's gonna use that dominance to try to get a shot early. Storch's gonna push it wide. And now getting to that boomer ball, but it's not boomer ball because we're nervous. It's boomer ball because we don't have to come score.
Yeah, we're gonna see how what just happened. Look at the bell. It was a good read coming off midnight. Indeed, it was. A little waterfall down, caught Fetty out of position.
And I believe
Ties
there
up
was
the
a
game.
bump on the backside. I think there was a bump on the backside of Auty who I think was trying to line Midnight up for like a bump in the air. So they get one back off the play. Midnight playing a little bit of mind games here, dribbling it backwards, but almost got paid the price. Here comes, it gets around one. This should be an open note. Here comes back with no boost. Gets their demo, but I think that Storch got just enough to change it. Now they're gonna go back with their demo play. Storch gonna try to pick it up here. Going up for one, goes up and under. Can he get another one? The flip flyer is in such an awkward position. That ball won't drop into the net. Storch is gonna get a flick into the net. It's 2-1. So much chaos, and Flyer did everything he could to not give him the goal.
Yeah, really good patience there from Storch. Just sitting under that ball, gonna see if Flyer's gonna make a touch. Flyer unfortunately does not make the touch he needs. Allow Storch to get another goal here for Threshers, putting them back up with the 1-goal lead. But still with 2 minutes left here, Warbirds have time. They should get something going. As Midnight gonna throw one towards the half of Threshers. You got a Threshers defender there just waiting. Sitting back, allowing them to throw the ball towards them because they don't need to do anything. They could kill time. It's Warbirds that need to make something happen.
Kill time at D-Scroll. He summed it up pretty much like, we don't gotta do much. We just gotta wait it out. And we know the defense for both sides can do that for a minute and a half. Probably something the GMs don't want to see because, you know, some of them are a little bit older. You know, how heart problems here. But here we go. We got a bump in the air shot. Oh, here comes WamBam. Got to put a hand up. And so far, yeah, they're just sitting one player, see if they can 1v3 him. Here comes Ashley Storch, will get denied very early. But here comes Auty, going to pick that up, maybe get a corner double. No one's going to commit yet. Oh, that might be a mistake because WamBam gets a free touch. Here comes another touch, but that was denied. Storch misses it. Here comes Flyer. Flyer gets denied by Steve. And here we go. This is now when they're in trouble because they're getting pinned down here. And you know they're about to go through that net for demos. Midnight gets it up, goes for another one, cannot get to it. It might be a fake. Flyer cannot put the ball on target or get by one. Betty just trying to figure out where do I want to put this ball. Don't want to put it in a dangerous area. WamBam going to bounce and Storch puts it back to the corner. The game's getting a little bit faster. Demo out of the back and it's going to scare somebody. Cleared all the way back down. All of that pressure comes to nothing.
Yeah, clear there from Fetty. They just dismantled all the pressure that they had built up. All the boost management that they were doing to put the other team low on boost is just gone. But they still got time. They got the opportunity here. As you can see, Midnight go up. Doesn't make contact. It looks like a fake. WamBam not able to get it on target. See Fly can get a shot. He does! Let's go! We might be headed to another overtime.
We love overtime. It buys us more time, buys the elite time. But another goal, and this is kind of going back to game one. This is how they stole that game. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left. And then they kind of, get it to overtime. Here comes the kickoff play. Storch got to swap it up. Can he get a game-winning goal? No, just high off the backboard.
Auty?
It's going to be another one. It's a goal from Auty. And now it's 2-2 in a series. Kickoff plays 3 seconds. Storch says that's enough for us.
Kind of a big brain play there from Storch to throw it off the backboard. Now, if I was the Warbird defender, I definitely wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected a shot, but that bounce off that backboard gave Auty plenty of time. Auty slots the ball right under Storch's car, and they said no more OT. They wanted to finish this in regulation. But just like that, we're tied. It went from, I think it was a 2-0 to now a 2-2. So we're going to see if we can go the length here, see if we can get a game 7 overtime.
At the way they are playing at this trajectory, we're probably gonna get like a 15-minute game 7 overtime because, like I said, they have to bring out all their plays just to even get by them, and most of the time it's just like quick thinking play styles. So like going into this next game for the Warbirds, you have your demo your demo type play style, but it's usually on the ground. If you pop the ball in the air and they have to look up, because I mean I play with ball cam on, so I'm staring at the ball. So like that's when you can start sneak bumping them from the other side instead of going at them like bump from behind. Because I think that's what Auty did a couple times for the Threshers that messed up their rotation for the Warbirds. So it's kind of like it's being a mind game now. Like sometimes you can even go for a fake bump, make them jump, and then now they have to do something spectacular. But just going into this next game, I believe somebody's going to do something crazy because someone's always got like a really crazy goal coming, Squirrel, and then one of the defenses just denies it.
Yeah, like the start of last game, Storch. Flip reset pinch into the top corner, and Warbirds just immediately go up and get the save. That was actually insane. As you can see, Storch here going to try and get it dunk, and looks like he does. Starting it off with the goal, just like that. What a good pass from Fetty too, off that sidewall.
And what a catch from Storch to just stay with that ball all the way in. And you can just feel the momentum switch all the way to the Threshers side, even if that means, wait until something goes wrong. Here comes a second shot, Storch trying to make him awkward, gets a bump on Midnight. Flyer has no boost. WamBam's gonna try to follow up. 50 by Flyer, ball goes straight down. WamBam gets another 50, and maybe the Warbirds need to just go to the 50K because Flyer just took one out. WamBam waiting for it, takes an open shot, pop shot, doesn't go in. Midnight, no, actually, no, Flyer's gonna take a pop shot to the corner. And slowly but surely, the Threshers are feeling somebody got thrown into their net, and they're just waiting for him. One person goes for the bump, and they're taking shot after shot. But now it's going to be a bad read in the corner. Demo, even though Auty might have got that boost, ball is straight to Storch. That's the last person you want to have. Flyer throws the ball all the way up, tries to stay with it, doesn't have enough boost. Auty doesn't have enough boost to keep up with it. Now they're feeling the pressure, and within about a minute, they're going to go down 2-0. There comes they are. Fanny actually gets the read a little bit over a minute, and now it's 2-0 for Threshers. But we don't want to have a reminiscence of game one because so far, every team that has went up 2-0 has lost that game.
Yeah, both Fetty and Storch starting it off hot here for Threshers. Midnight gonna try and get a shot of his own. Does Auty up early enough to get the save? Try and get back to this ball. Opts to get the corner boost and just allow his teammate to 50. As we see Storch up really early. Like you mentioned, that's the last person you really want to see on this ball right now. As it does go past Midnight. Midnight with a little unfortunate flip. In a decent position here to play the touch. Opts to go off the corner. Maybe a corner double pass. But doesn't get the second touch. Threshers trying to keep this offensive pressure. Trying to hold this to a lead. Trying to see if they can get up 3 to get that little bit of insurance. Storch with a decent 50 in the midfield. Auty up early. Doesn't allow the Warbirds player to get it past them. They're going to see Fly here up. Maybe a double? Ooh, unfortunately, I don't think that's the touch he was looking for in specific.
Might not have been the look he was looking for, but if Flyer is getting warmed up and Midnight is warmed up and everybody's slowly getting into it, the Threshers might not be able to hold on for 2 minutes and 50 seconds of that sheer pressure, at least a goal. Unless you get something like that, Auty still in boost. Midnight needs to get a touch, doesn't want to get too far from Midnight, gets a 50 from that dominance. Again, it's just one of those things that you just hate seeing, is that dominance is a very awkward card to play against because of the hitbox. The ball will be pushed away. It's a 1-on-1. Could it be a 2-on-1? Scorch going for it. Cannot get there. Was that an attempt at an air dribble bump on him? Oh my God.
May have been.
Going crazy. Smells going crazy out here.
Yeah, the Storch is definitely starting to pull up the next. Oh, okay, multiple whiffs, but luckily it doesn't go in the back of the Threshers net. WamBam going to keep this ball up in the air, in the corner. Storch gets the touch he needs, allows Auty to go for that 50. Does get boost and ball. No Threshers player there immediately to get a 50. Doesn't really matter though, because right now, uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Starting to just kill the time off the clock. Kind of doing what they're doing last game, where they're just Warbirds go ahead and throw the ball to us, and we'll just boom it right back.
Right, but you don't want Midnight. You don't want to give that to Midnight for free. The Storch going to be the first one that knocks all the way down. Okay, Auty actually get a redirect. No, it's going to let Midnight get it. Actually missed a boost still, so a little bit of damage. Here comes Fatty. Cannot get there. Scares everybody. He even scared us on the desk. Now we got a bump. Body recovers, not enough to get the touch on the ball. It's starting to become chaos here. Threshers know they need to get something going. They're about to drop 3 straight games. Midnight up in the air, gets the ball all the way down. It's going to be a
Oh.
399 for Midnight, a pop-up from Flyer. And with a minute and 7, it is definitely doable for them.
Betty tried to get up, just wasn't quick enough. Midnight, like you said, with the good read. It puts them back within a goal. A minute left here. Do you think Threshers are going to hold on? Or do you think Warbirds are going to tie this back up?
If they can keep the pressure, but so far they're just letting get pressure like this, getting out of their half. And the Warbirds kind of play a boomer ball type play style, but it's more so just so they can go get a bump or go get some boost. That's a double commit on Warriors, but Storch is going to bail them out here. Auty looking for the demo, can't get it. And Storch cannot get the ball. So Flyers are going to collect with 40 seconds left. Free area, try to get around one. Does so a little bit, balls into the middle. Ball's tipped high in the air. Here comes WamBam putting it towards the corner, trying to make everybody waste their boosts. No one's has to play the mind game in the corner. Does so. There's no one's gonna be there. Midnight probably would have had it because no one jumped until the last second. And now they're trying to get a all team send. 15 seconds left. Threshers, can you get out of your half? Because now this is where they're going to start holding everybody back. Balls all the way over. Flyers got a free ball here. Misses it. That's going to be detrimental to him. Going straight towards the net. Midnight's got it. Free shot from Fetty. Fetty puts it into the corner. Go ahead and secure. Oh, no. Flyer puts it up just enough, but that's what's going to secure it. Threshers breaking the 2-0 curse, and now they got 2 tries after Squirrel to get this championship under their belt.
Yeah, 2 tries. See if they can do with Threshers and pull back 2 games. It's going to be hard, especially with the way Threshers have been starting to feel themselves. Essentially, their mechs are starting to come out. Their passing starting to come out. Looks like Storch is potentially wanting a server remake. Not completely sure about that. Especially after they just won the last, 3 games?
Let's see before we keep. So we're gonna double check and make sure they don't need a lobby remake or something's going on. Okay, so Storch is gonna leave and rejoin. All right. So we'll get a little bit of some time here. So I don't know if I was the Warbirds and like I've been, what is it? My captain told us when we were in this position at what time, he's just like, listen, don't try to be the hero just because they're down. I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of teams when they get to this area and they're down. They want to try to be the hero, and that's when things just go from bad to worse. So it's like, just keep playing your game, keep playing that same team game. Don't try to be the one man hero.
Yeah, definitely don't have tunnel vision when it comes to these next 2 games. If we do get 2 more games, Warbirds just need to do what they were doing in the past. Get the passes going, get the bumps and demos going, make Threshers awkward. The Threshers aren't going to make it easy as Storch immediately gets a 50 towards the net of Warbirds. Fly does get a good touch. Fetty. A little bit of reminiscence of game 1 as he had one teammate behind him and opts to, well, not opts, but doesn't get the best touch and he goes behind his teammate. But so far, is he, uh-oh. That could have been bad.
That one would have hurt because there was nobody there so far. Flyers kind of tightening up on defense. Like he's actually a pretty good defensive specialist. Oh, if he gets a touch of this, no one's gonna follow. But I would say that's just a correct call. You don't want to go all in. This is only about 30 seconds in, but they do got to get this off frame. Flyer gets him, but it's a double commit. That's gonna be a free shot, and yeah, another free shot from Steve off of Auty's corner. It's 1-0. It's a double commit. Midnight and Flyer just were not like communicating. Basically, Flyer was already on the backboard, and usually, you let the backboard man go because they're up there for a reason. And now you're down 4 minutes. You don't have to throw the kitchen sink yet. You don't. need to do that, but the Threshers are playing a very good mind game. Infield pass,
my.
open. That's going to be 2-0. And now, Squirrel, you might
Oh,
got to throw the house.
it's not panic yet. They got about 4 minutes to get 2 goals, but just the double commits. First, the double commit on defense to allow the first goal. It looked like there was another double commit in the midfield that just allowed the second goal. But Storch, though, I believe that was Storch. They got the pass out. It was really good heads-up play by him to realize there's space in the midfield, and he has a teammate there. No one is challenging, but Wham Bam try to get this ball out, unable to. Storch going to throw it back towards the midfield. Auty just sitting there patiently. Oh my god, how did he get that power? Who bumped him?
Get that? Yeah, I think
he definitely got bumped. By who? Oh.
Oh, Fetty. Ooh, Fetty shotguns him through the ball. That's
risky.
Well,
but it worked.
It's risky. It works, but when it rains, it pours. For them in the first 2 games, when it rains, it pours. But now for the Warbirds, when it rains, it pours because everything is just dropping.
Oh.
Flyer trying to go up and do it himself. Almost got the air dribble bump. We've seen actually quite a few of those in this finals alone. So Charlie might be evolving where they actually use that. Oh, Midnight looking to get a 50K, and they're not getting anything from it. Here comes Flyer, denied on the goal line from Auty, and at this moment, you gotta be pulling your hairs mentally. You're doing everything right, and another save from Storch. Flyer has to be livid, and there's another save for Steve. Wham Bam gets blocked, and here comes Midnight, gets blocked. Wham Bam's angry, knocks one out. Flyer throws the ball all the way out. Wham Bam chasing Petty into the net. So far, the Threshers were up by 3, and Wham Bam gets another one. Wham Bam actually is just grabbing boosts, Squirrel, and turning back into the net. I'm watching him. I'm on his player cam. He's just turning around every 2 seconds. Every time he gets 36 boosts, he turns around and goes supersonic.
Well, Wham Bam's out here hunting, trying to get his team back in this. They need something, and Wham Bam's trying to be that player, free up space. They were doing everything right, just nothing was going their way. First, the really good save from Auty, and then the shot that did go on target bounced off the post outwards. They're trying to regain boost here, trying to get something going. Good flick from Flyer there. See if he can get a touch. Doesn't make the second touch. Really decent 50 in the midfield. We're going to see... oh, who was that? That's Wham Bam trying to get some more. Oh, another demo and another... Flyer. Oh, Flyer needs to sink that. He has all the time in the world, all the space. He needs to sink that.
Those are one of the ones, like... I don't know, as you get higher, pre-jumping becomes like the meta. You have to be able to. I think that was one time, like, say, you got to sink that. You got to be calm. You know, Wham Bam is lighting them up. Here comes Midnight for a double no, knocked way too far. But Wham Bam's gonna try to put one back to Midnight. Midnight's gonna leave instead. They've been having this pressure for the past 2.5, about to go 3 minutes. And you got to feel bad for it because the defense is just there. That's a miss. Here comes Wham Bam to the back post. This is what they need. There goes a heartbeat from the Warbirds, and just, as you said, finally something goes. Auty finally guesses wrong.
All the pressure, all the boost steals and demos finally leads to a goal for Warbirds. They are not out of it yet, though. They need to get another one quickly, or not let it go in by Storch. Just give them the legal lead again.
I think Storch called game last time, just from his plays, and I think he's calling series this game because this man has been on a different mission, and now all they gotta do is close it back down. Midnight trying to get something on it. At this point, if you either lose by 3 or you lose by 30, but you got to get a goal, so you got to start throwing everything out there. Midnight tosses up in, Flyer needs to turn around. Storch just firing at him less than a minute. It looks like Threshers and Brady may be bringing home another championship. Unless somebody has something to say about this here.
Yeah, right now it looks like Threshers are going to bring home the ship. Warbirds need to throw the kitchen sink. I think it's time. They don't have time. They need to start getting something going. Storch. Yeah, that was a good demo. Oh, we killed 3 shots.
Okay, Wham Bam puts it away.
Okay, Wham Bam does get the goal. Who was on defense? Fetty? Yeah, Fetty. You can't be that patient, though. I get you're up 3 goals with 30 seconds left. but you need to challenge that. You're giving Warbirds an opportunity. They're only down 2 with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. And the kickoff, oh, Fetty got a touch on it, and that was actually going to be a free ball. Midnight can't get back to it. They have to hurry, ball straight up in the air. No one's challenging. That's going to be a free knockdown, so they're going to waste at least 5 seconds off the clock here. Flyer gets a touch in. There's no one following. Squirrel,
Oh, no.
this is...
That's the dagger.
Yeah,
I think that's the dagger. I think Auty just called it.
That's
oh,
the
man.
one. I think Flyer, like, again, you have to throw everything in. Flyer's looking for the infield pass, and just everybody went for a boost. And you got to feel for him. You win 2-0, and then you basically almost get gentleman swept here. 4 straight unanswered, and Flyer at this point just driving around and seeing what type of momentum can get. Great season for the Threshers. And this was a great series. Like, don't let the last game fool you. This was a firework of a series. But at the end of the day, it is a team game. And if you look at it, everybody has a cycle but Fetty. But he did do his part on the stat line. But it was just a great series overall, Squirrel. So take nothing away from what happened in this game in general.
Yeah, definitely not. As your season 24 challenger champions here, Threshers, winning the last 4 straight. But MVP wise, who are you going to give MVP to in the series?
I gotta give it to Storch. I mean, not this is not talking about his mechanical plays, but this is just like when things needed to get going. He did it all. He played the defense. He played the assists. He took some shots. He just did everything that was required of him today.
Yeah, definitely Storch is my MVP for this series. Did a lot for his team. Pulled out some really good mechs. Unfortunately, I really wanted to see that pinch goal go in. Unfortunately, it didn't work that way, but it would have been nice. It would have been a really good clip if he would have got that.
Most definitely, and I do believe, if I remember correctly, Storch is going to come do the interview. So as they get him pulled down here, we're going to go ahead and pull in Boa as well. But Boa, take it away here.
So, Storch, how does it feel to just bring home a chip in this first season of Jelly?
I mean, it feels great. Got drafted into Shark Attack, had one task, end the Shark Attack trophy drought, and, we achieved just that. I think, this season showed me how much fun competitive Rocket League can be.
And that's awesome. I mean, we've been doing this for all of them, but is there anybody other than like your teammate, of course, but who do you really have to point this victory to?
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
Sorry, I was all over the place with it. But I mean, we know your teammates, but is there anybody else inside the franchise that really helped lead you on to this victory?
I mean, there's a few names I got to bring up here. We've got Brady, obviously. His GM helped me organize everything as team captain. Really just helped me through my first season, understanding how threes rotation works, and he was always there for us for replay reviews when we needed him, along with not specifically in the organization, but friends of the organization is Jonesy. Jonesy also always there for the replay reviews. Argnor, one of our AGMs. Vibes at Shark Attack are just really, really special. I feel like it's something unlike any other franchise has in this league.
Yeah, and I mean, going into it, of course, y'all lost 2 of the games, but what's the mentality going into that game 5 where y'all started pulling away further?
We actually kept the same mentality all the way through, and that's ultimately, I guess, a winner's mentality. We never let the losses knock us down. I mean, obviously, a little unfortunate. Fetty Steve's game crashed partway through. We conceded a goal. Obviously, that's not why we lost the game. Conceded another goal, whatever. But throughout all of it, the vibes were really good. Comms kept up very well, and nothing could knock us down, just like that first series where we reverse swept in the wildcard round.
Yeah, and I mean, y'all had a tough route coming into this semifinal. especially looking at the semifinals, y'all took out probably the number one prospect. And would you say that that helped kind of push y'all forward through this?
Honestly, to us, our biggest fear was Olympic Knights. We've scrimmed them a few times. We went 2-2 against them in league play. It was really a shock for us to see them go out swept early. Manticore are a team that, you know, we've gone 3-1 in league play. We scrimmed them a few times, and we were pretty confident that we, you know, could do our stuff against them. We could get that win. And so I think what really gave us the confidence, we knew we were going to win after that reverse sweep and wildcard.
That's awesome. And do any of the other casters have questions?
I do got one. Like I said, I know that game one was a little bit of a shock, you know, accidental own goal. But there's 3 goals, Storch, that we were like, that's gonna be an insane goal, and then you got denied. Like, what was going through your head? Like, I know it's nothing like bad, but like, were y'all like really getting hyped about it, especially that pinch goal? Like, I think you did for the flip reset pinch goal. Like, what was going through your head when you got like 3 of those like mechanical plays denied?
Honestly, like, whenever I'm going for a solo play, whether it be ground or air, I sort of just rely on my muscle memory, trust, like, I just go with the flow, and it's not really disappointing when it doesn't go in. Obviously, I would have loved to hit the reset ground pinch. Like, that would have been definitely, like, the clip of my career or something. But, yeah, the mentality is more, okay, we got so close, we just got to keep battering him. You know, we're sharks, we're shark attack. We keep the circle going around their net, keep raining shots on him, and eventually he'll go in.
Sounds good. Squirrel, you got anything?
Just a congratulations. You played really phenomenal out there. Enjoy that chip. Enjoy the MVP as well. Definitely liked what I saw coming out of Shark Attack. And way to pull back 4 games.
Thank you, thank you.
But with that, I believe we are going to go to a break prior to the next series popping up here. But please stay tuned. Congratulate the Threshers if you are in Chally Chat. If not, feel free to ping them in general. Just kidding. Don't do that. I didn't say that. But yeah, it was a really good series. Well played at both teams. And I appreciate everyone on media committee putting this together, Russ and Carnage. It was a really good time with you guys again.